Yes, it's the biggest game of the year, and sure, it's the hugest party San Diego's ever seen in years. But there are at least 10 good reasons why you ought to be glad that you're not at the Super Bowl.
Hot dog!
Yeah! The number 10 reason, $8 a beer. But it comes in a souvenir cup, so if you drink too many, you'll remember you were here. The number 9 reason, lines, 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 and more lines. And the number 8 reason why you ought to be glad you're not at the Super Bowl, overpriced merchandise that will be half price tomorrow. And the 7th top reason you ought to be glad you're not going to the Super Bowl, all kinds of really fancy corporate parties with great food and entertainment, and you can't get into any of them. And the number 6 reason you don't want to be at the Super Bowl, everybody's trying to hog your story.
It's my story.
No, it's my story. I was here first. My town, my story.
No, my town.
My story. Number 5, check the small print. Your HMO doesn't cover you here. Number 4, there are all kinds of really cool non-corporate parties that you also can't get into. And the number 3 reason why you ought to be glad you're not at the Super Bowl, whew, it's getting hot in here. Whew. And the number 2 reason you ought to be glad you're not at the Super Bowl, you know, when everybody gets drunk and rowdy, you always have to put up with a couple of horses. And the number 1 reason, Raider fans everywhere you look. Raiders, 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 Raiders. Larry Himmel, Local 8 News.